Hello students, this is Viren Singh, your mathematics faculty from Venpar Academy. So let us continue our discussion. As we were doing in the last few sessions, we were discussing the problems of the March attempt of JEE. So let's continue our problem discussion. This problem is very easy, as I told you. Limit x tends towards 0, 0 to x square, cos square t dt. Obviously we can apply, if you see it is a 0 by 0 format. So we can apply a Leibniz rule, and denominator we can also differentiate. Before I differentiate denominator, can I see limit x tends towards 0? Everybody remember, this is standard limit. Sin x by x is always equals to 1. This is the standard limit. Okay. So can I convert this sin, can I remove this sin x? Of course I can. What I will do, this sin x I will divide by x and I will multiply by x. So this sin x by x will become 1. Why what? Why? Because limit x tends towards 0. Limit x tends towards 0. Sin x by x is always equals to 1. So we can use this property. Limit x tends towards 0. Leibniz rule if I apply, what I am going to get? I am going to get cos square x square, because upper limit is x square and if differentiation of x square is 2x. Denominator, what is left in the denominator? Sin x by x is already gone. It became 1. What is left? X into x. X square is left. What is differentiation of x square? Isn't it 2x? Okay. 2x cancel. What is left? Limit x tends towards cos square x square. Can you put the limit? Of course you can. Cos square 0. What is cos 0? 1. Answer 1. 1 square is also 1. So answer is 1. This is how we have to solve this kind of questions. Very easy, and this is the question where you can save a lot of time. Let's take a look at this problem of the same JEE 2021. So this question is a standard sandwich theorem question. This kind of questions, so many questions we have discussed in our classroom. How to approach this kind of questions, it has been already discussed in the classroom. Now, if you do the classroom, in the classroom we have discussed the sandwich theorem approach as well as we have discussed the shortcut also. So now here I will prefer shortcut. Why I will prefer shortcut? Because the question depends on the value of r and the options also depends on the value of r. First, second and third option depends on the value of r. The fourth option is constant. So if three option depends, we can check it out. It's worth trying. So let's try. Let's take the value of r as 1, simplest value, okay, and don't forget this square bracket represents greatest integer function. Although we are taking the value of r as already as an integer, so no problem here. Now see my dear students, what we can do is limit n tends towards infinity. As value of r I have taken 1, it will become 1 plus the next term will be 2, obviously next term will be 3 up to n divided by n square. From the plus 1, everybody remember the formula of what is the sum of unnatural number. Sum of n natural number starting from 1. So what is that? I hope you too remember that. N into n plus 1 divided by 2. And n square is already present in the denominator. Can I cancel this n and this n square? I hope I can do. What else I can do? I can take, I will write one more step here. N tends towards infinity. I will take n common from the numerator. If I do so, I will have 1 plus 1 by n divided by twice of n. Again n and n cancel. And here I can directly put the limit. If I put the limit 1 plus 1 by infinity divided by 2. 1 plus 1 by infinity. What is 1 by infinity? 1 by infinity is 0. 1 plus 0 is 1 only and 1 by 2 is my answer. So for value of r is equals to 1, 1 by 2 is my answer. Now let's go to the options and check the option. If I take value of r as 1, which option will give me answer as 1 by 2? This is the shortcut. This is the shortcut I wanted you to use. If take r is equals to 1, which option will give you answer as 1 by 2? That option must be correct. If I take r is equals to 1, answer is 1. If I take r is equals to 1, here answer is 1 by 2. So obviously option B is correct. And you can go ahead with this. It is correct option. Let's see this problem. This problem is also same problem of March 2021. How can we solve this problem? What we need to do is in this problem is we need to find out the solutions of this equation. It looks very easy. We need to find out number of solutions. As you can read in the question, you can see the question on your screen. We need to find out how many solutions will exist for this particular equation. This question looks easy and it is easy, no problem with that, okay. But the only mistake the students will make is they will underestimate the modulus. Don't underestimate this modulus. We have two modulus and we need to satisfy both of them. We need to take care of both of them. Both of them should be satisfied. So I will start with that only. I will make it number line. And on the number line, I will draw the critical points. Now what is critical points? The critical points are the points where this modulus will become 0. At what value of x this modulus becomes 0? At what value of x? Don't you think if I take x is equals to -4, this modulus will become 0. Obviously. And at what value of x this modulus becomes 0? So at value of x, if I take x is equals to 0, this modulus becomes 0. So I have this range. I have this number line. I have to take care of this number line. I have 3 regions. Okay. I will take each one by one. So let's start with the first case. Case first is this x, the value of x can be greater than or equals to 0. So let's take this first case. I have to take care of this entire number line. Okay, all critical points I have to take care of. So x should be greater or equals to 0. It means 0 is also included in any value of x which is greater than 0. Now see, if x is greater than 0, if x is greater or equals to 0, don't you think this will be positive? This modulus will be positive if x is greater than 0 or equals to 0. This modulus will be surely positive. If x is greater than 0, then this modulus will be also positive. Because any positive number, if you write here 4 plus 1, 5, 4 plus 2, 6, 4 plus 3, 7. So it will be always positive. So don't you think I should write it like this, 3 minus x, this x, modulus of x will remain positive x, not a problem with that. And this x plus 4 will be also positive. And now you can remove the modulus. Why you can remove the modulus? Because we have already taken the condition. We have already taken the condition that x is greater or equals to 0. If x is greater or equals to 0, both will be positive. Now see, it equals to 6. Can we solve this equation? Obviously, we will get a quadratic equation, which we can solve very easily. 3x minus x square, then 12 minus 4x is equals to 6. Minus x square as it is, 3x minus 4x minus x. And what else we have? 12. 12 minus 6 plus 6 equals to 0. I will definitely multiply it by minus 1. So x square plus x minus 6 equals to 0. Can you factorize it? Of course we can factorize it. How will do that? X square plus this can be written as 3x minus 2x minus 6 equals to 0. Can I take x common? If I do so, I will have x into x plus 3. And if I take minus 2 common, again I will have x plus 3 equals to 0. So the factors are clearly visible. The factor is minus 2 and x minus 2 and another is x plus 3 equals to 0. I hope you don't have any problem understanding so far. If the only thing you need to understand, this is a simple calculation. We need not to understand this. What we need to understand is x is greater or equals to 0. If x is greater or equals to 0, this modulus will be also positive and this modulus will be also positive. You can keep any value of x greater than 0. You can keep here and you can check yourself that are these both brackets coming positive or not. That's why I have taken positive and that's why I have removed modulus sign. Without removing the modulus, you cannot solve it like this. Okay, that is the first thing you need to take care of. So now I am getting 2 answers. One answer is, I will write it here, one answer of x is 2 and another value of x which I am getting is minus 3. Now please tell me which value is possible and which value is not possible. X is greater or equals to 0. This is our assumption. We started with this assumption that my x should be greater or equals to 0. Is this minus 3 greater or equals to 0? Of course not. So this value you cannot take, not possible. Which value is not possible? X is equals to minus 3 is not possible because I started with my assumption x is greater or equals to 0. Here x is minus 3 which is not possible. So which answer is correct here? Here we are getting one value of x. In this particular range 0 to infinity, I am getting one solution and that is x is equals to 2. I have to find out all total number of solutions. How many such solutions are possible? So in this range 0 to infinity, I found one solution. In this range minus 4 to 0, I will find how many solutions I will find. Let's see. We'll do the calculation between this range and we will see how many solutions exist between this. And then I will do one more time calculation minus 4 to minus infinity. And then I will find how many solutions exist there also. And total solutions, I will write the total number of solutions. This question looks a little lengthy. If you take a look at this question, it looks a little lengthy. But what I am telling you is, if you want to do it in the shortest possible time in the examination, don't do this many steps. If you have practiced enough, if you have done enough practice, you don't have to write this much. Just by looking at this quadratic equation, up to here, you can write this. Just by looking, if you have done enough practice of factorizing the quadratic equations, from this step, you can directly go to this step. And you can get these two values. One you can reject and one you can select. Okay. So how many steps you can save? This much time you will save, and obviously space and time both will be saved. Here I am not skipping the steps, otherwise some of you won't understand. And I don't want to do that. Okay, I want everybody to understand. Let's go for the case second. First case is already done. Let us go for case second. What is second case? Second case, as I told you, my x will lie between -4 to 0. So I'm assuming my x is greater or equals to -4 and less than 0. So why less than 0? Why not equals to? Why not equals to? Somebody can have doubt. So why not it is equals to 0? Because equals to 0 I have already taken. So no need to take it one more time. Again, equals to 0 I have already taken. Now I will take less than 0 and greater than -4, greater than or equals to -4. Next time when I will do -4 to minus infinity, at that time I will not include -4 because -4 I have already included there. So these are the small points which you need to take care of. Otherwise question will become unnecessarily complicated. Okay, I hope you are able to understand what I am trying to convey here. If x is between this range, please tell me if x lies between 0 to -4, this bracket will be positive or not. This modulus will be positive or not. Any value if you take between even if you take -4, this will become 0, which is still positive. I mean, still not negative, I should say. And if you take any other value, still it will be positive only. So this bracket x plus 4 will be positive. What about this one? Modulus of x. If the critical point for this is x is equals to 0, if you take any value x less than 0, it will become negative. So I will write 3 minus this modulus of x will become negative x. So negative, positive, but that I will do in the next step. Okay, and x plus 4, this will remain positive, equals to 6. You can try any value between -4 to 0 and this bracket will come out to be positive or 0, but not negative. That is what I know. So 3 plus x, 4 x plus 4. Again you will get a quadratic equation. If you have practiced enough, again you will be able to get from here to you will get very easily. So let's do the thing. 3x 12 x square 4x equals to 6. X square we have, okay, x square plus 4x plus 3x 7x plus 12 minus 6 plus 6 equals to 0. Okay, do we have solutions for this? Yes, I think so. Let's solve it. X square 7x can be written as x plus 6x plus 6 equals to 0. Let's keep on solving here. I'm writing next step here. X square, I can take x common. Again, what will be left? X plus 1 will be left. If I take 6 common here, again x plus 1 will be left, equals to 0. So the value of x I am getting is x plus 1 and x minus 6 plus 6 equals to 0. So the values of x will be -1 or values of x will be -6. These are the two values I am getting. Which values lie between this? -1. We have already taken the assumption that my values of x is greater or equals to -4 and less than 0. So which value of among this lies between this range, which you have already taken? Obviously -6 doesn't lie. -6 will be somewhere here. So you cannot take this as a solution. So again I will reject this answer. This answer will be rejected and this will be selected. So I will write not possible here, because it doesn't satisfy our condition which we started with. So x is equals to -1 is one solution. So far how many solutions we got? We got two solutions so far. One is x is equals to -1, another solution is x is equals to 2. Two solutions we have got. Now let's find out the last case. What is the last case I can take? Case number 3. Third case. What is third case? Third case is I will take the values of x which is less than -4. So I will write it directly, x is less than -4. And I hope you will not ask me, sir, why not equal, not less than or equal? Because less equal I have already taken here. Value 4 I have already taken in this second case. That's why I will take values less than -4, which is this side. Let's take it. If you take values less than -4, don't you think this x will be negative? Because it is only positive for the values of x which is greater than 0. And this bracket is only, this modulus is only positive for the values of x which are equal to -4 or greater than -4, not less than. So if you take any value less than -4, let's take -5, 4 minus 5 is -1. So this will be negative. So this will be also negative. So 3 plus x, it will become 3 plus x as again minus x, so minus plus, same thing. And this will be also negative. So I will write it as minus sign will come, minus times x plus 4 equals to how much? 6. Okay. So this minus sign, can I send it other side? I am going to send this minus sign other side. 3 into x, 3x plus 12 plus x square plus 4x. Sir, where is minus? Minus I have sent it to other side, minus 6, just to make it calculation easy. X square plus 7x plus 12 plus 6, 18. It is a quadratic equation. Before you try to solve this quadratic equation, you need to take a look at the D also, discriminant. What is discriminant? B square minus 4ac. If you calculate the discriminant here, B square, what is B? 7. 7 square minus 4 into 18. So obviously it will be negative. So D is negative here. If D is negative here, no real root exists. No real root exists. What does it mean? It means from the third case, we will not get any solution because no real root exists. No real solution exists for the third case. So how many solutions we got so far? We got 2 solutions. One is between this range and the another one is between this. And how many solutions? 2 solutions. So what will be the answer of this question? They are asking number of solutions possible in this question. So number of solutions possible in this questions are 2, and option, I think 2 option is obviously given in the option. So 2 solutions. How many solutions? 2 solutions are there for this question. Please go ahead with the option 2 solutions. Thanks for watching this video, and I hope you understood the solution and everything. If you have any doubt or queries, you are always welcome to my classroom in Venper Academy. I will see you in the next video very soon. Thanks.